So the SPY continues to range here and fight to get back towards 650, guys. If it's your first time coming across the channel, welcome to all subscribers. Welcome back. So here we are with the SPY pushing up higher. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 12:35 p.m. sent out a bull indicator. And from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside. Full strength on 42 vision, jumping the SPY here from 648 to highs here so far of 650, and call options have gone up 150% plus within minutes to an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive the clarity and edge that you deserve, check out the link down below in the description and top pinned comment to join the members using 42 vision and get equipped and know about these stocks early on through the volatility. So here we are with the SPY trying to get back towards the 650 area, doing a full transition on 42 vision as well. And it wasn't the only stock that presented an opportunity and volatility. We also had Apple here try to have a pop here going into the news and its event, but quickly things started to fall. And that turned out to be the home run of the day here, because in this pullback, you could see Apple sent out a bear indicator here at 1:45 p.m. And from that moment forward, we could see it here at around the 237 level. Things started to drop and accelerate pretty quickly and have fallen to 233, and put options have gone up nearly 80% to 120% plus within minutes to an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive that clarity and edge, and again, know about these stocks early on through the volatility, check out the link down below in the description and top pinned comment. We look forward to getting you connected and having you join us. So the SPY here fighting at key levels, but continuing to use 647 as support. And we have a strong inflow level down here that we've been watching in our previous videos at the 645 and 643 levels. And that's what's been holding up this chart overall. Now we're here fighting again here and seeing a full transition so far from the dip area to the rip area of bright green bars. If it's your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators in inflow versus outflow as extra layers of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we have the SPY going ahead and getting a bull indicator here in the second half of the day. Now there's been a little bit of volatility here, and there was a bear indicator that popped up at 649 and quickly it got canceled. Now we have bear indicators on larger time frames. This is what we've been watching in our previous videos. But now the 1 hour has finally been canceled. We had that divergence of those inflows being above the midpoint, which we're going to look at in just a moment. And now this bear indicator at 651 has been canceled with a bull indicator in today's pre-market. And that's why this is where 42 vision really gives that edge and perspective of strength of trend, because this pullback has no justification now, because the 1 hour is back under a bull indicator. What would I look for in this example? I would look at this pullback and start looking at lower time frames for confirmation of bullishness as well. And when you have a larger time frame and a shorter time frame aligning together with multiple confirmations of inflows, boom, you have yourself an opportunity. And that's exactly what's happened here in this reversal from 647, 648, all the way back up towards 650. Now, the 2 hour, though, has not transitioned over to a bull indicator. And this is where it gets interesting, because we have those outflows sitting at a pivotal level, but this bear indicator is still in effect. So any move higher without a bull indicator on the 2 hour is not justifiable. And you can see here, once those bull and bear indicators pop up, there tends to be bigger moves that follow. There might be a little consolidation period like it did here, and then it fell. like it did here, and then it popped, right? So this will be one of the fastest bear indicators that gets canceled here in quite some time, since way back here in July when that happened, right? That quickly it got canceled, it went up, and then it got canceled again, and then the bear indicator really dominated. And then the bull indicator that followed through the volatility continued to justify every single jump from those pullbacks because it never got canceled, and that's how it broke out to newer highs. And then we're here trying to retest the all-time high that we recently hit of 652 in the pre-market, and historically this was the all-time high before the 652 up here near 649 and 650. So we are at some crucial levels, and I would like to see what you think if we can go ahead and hit new all-time highs. So with our inflow versus outflow indicator, we could see here how the bulls and bears are fighting, but inflows are back above here on the 30-minute. We have a bull indicator that popped up, but the 1 hour, okay? It was above, it fell down, and in this pullback, it was back under a bull indicator, and then on top of that, inflows are now picking up. So every single moment of inflows pulling away from this midpoint is going to reflect strength into these charts. And you could just see it here, right here, going from the midpoint from 0.35 to highs up here of 6.11. Not guaranteed to make the same move, but if it moves away from it, this is what we may see, right? We may see some type of breakout and retest and retracement, and it jumped here from 643 all the way up to the new all-time highs. So we are pushing back up here. And then also right here, we recently saw it from Friday to Monday, jumping out from 646 to highs there of 649. So if we pull up from here, based off what happened here, it went up like $3, and what happened here went up almost $9, right? So depending on the strength of those inflows followed by larger time frames, well, that's going to be interesting because we can move up $3 from here, which is back to 652, and we can move above that, and that could be 655, 657, and probably higher. So when you go to the 2 hour, it's above the midpoint sitting flat, and now it crossed to the downside while the stock is pushing upwards. So now the 2 hour, if it can get back up and go from red to green, cross the midpoint and get a bull indicator, that is something bullish to not ignore, and possibly a retest and retracement of the new all-time high, and probably even hitting a new one followed by the lower time frames. And that's what we're looking for here. So we continue to staircase to the upside, and we're hitting newer higher lows, right? This was the higher low, 643, 645, then right here at 647, and then now we're trying to push up higher, and if it pulls back a little bit, anything above 647 as support, and then the next leg up is going to be something to not ignore, how the inflows and the bulls are putting up a fight to continue to retest and retrace key resistance levels, which we're going to look at now with inflow versus outflow 2.0. Now we have inflow versus outflow 2.0 pulled up, and blue is inflows dominating and red is outflows. And you can see here the size of the bars, and then you can also see the data of the size of the volume, right? That is dominating. And today is a perfect example of how we retrace to key levels, because once these inflows popped up down here at 647 and the high of the inflow was 648, it was used as support on the pullback, and this outflow level had already appeared. And what did we do? From down here back to that outflow level, we retraced it back towards 649, and we broke out of it, and here we are ranging, trying to stay above it. If it can, well, what's going to happen next? Well, the next retracement is up towards 651, and then up towards 652, the all-time highs. If we break out to that area, what I have to say to that is pump it up. Why? Because we're up here near all-time highs, and we may see a new level such as 655 and even 647, especially with what we saw with those inflows picking up and back above the midpoint. Now, we could see how inflows are holding up this chart. We have down here the level, again, 646 to 645. This area is super important. When we zoom out to the 15-minute, again, this is the area that is really holding up this chart. And this is where inflow versus outflow 2.0 really lets us see where the bulls and bears are concentrated, right? And what are the areas that we can bounce off of or possibly retest based off the charts and data. because you can see 1.1 million in inflows here holding up this chart. Now, when you go to the 30-minute, again, there's another inflow level here, and it's no mystery that we bounced off of it yesterday to today's pre-market. We came back to it, 647.28, 2.4 million, right, in volume. That is actually being driven by inflows because blue is bulls, red is bears. Bulls are dominating in this area for as long as they can hold it, and we're pulling away from it. And then we have that outflow level up here based off the 5-minute when we zoom back in that has been there, and we've been trying to retest and retrace it since the dip down here and back up to this level. And you could see here clearly the key levels of support and resistance in this area, and we're ranging in the middle of it. So the closer we get to this, the closer the bulls are fighting to get back up there. Now, how we react up here will tell us if the bears really have domination up here, or will the bulls break out of it and we can start to accelerate to new all-time highs. On the 1 hour, same thing. You can see that big push up from down here at 635, went all the way up to 648 when those outflows started to pick up on lower time frames, and that bear indicator and inflows losing traction and crossing to the downside. We could see the area we went to retest. It was back to this inflow level, and what did we do? We've bounced off of it. We've done a double bottom at the key level where bulls have appeared, and you can see how they dominate here compared to the outflows and inflows of bulls and bears, guys. So this is what 42 Vision brings us. You can receive this clarity and edge as well, and these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.